Well, welcome to the Florida Softball Network for game number 1 of a double seeding, double elimination game. We're starting off this morning with the Gators Jackson 13U team taking on Florida Storm Curry as both coaches come for their plate meeting. Exchange lineups. Teams are getting ready. You can see the Gators over there by third base, taking the third base dugout this morning as they get themselves set up. Yeah, it looks like Gators are going to be the home team on that flip. Well, it looks like the first game of the day here is ready to get started. Again, this is the Florida Storm Curry against the Gators Jackson team. In the circle for the Gators is Kira Sherman. And the first hit goes foul off to the right side for strike one. And that's in there for strike two. All right. Quickly, Amaya for the Storm finds herself down the count, 0-2. And that gets through past the second baseman for a single. And Amaya gets on after down by a count of 0-2 to hit a grounder past the second baseman into right field. And the Storm have their first base runner on.
Number 7, Lola. Let's go, next one. 1-4-3.
And the pitch is outside for ball one. Next pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one. 1-1 strike the count. Runner at first. We started to say in the circle, Kara Sherman behind the plate, catching Haley Hirsch. There's a hit into left field. And a base hit into left field puts runners at first and second for Storm. First two batters, both reaching.
Now batting, number 2, Riley.
We're coming to you for this game from Altamont Springs, Florida, a little bit north of Orlando. It's an overcast day with rain possible around 3 o'clock this afternoon. Currently it is 7:55 in the morning here. And blocked there by the catcher. No advancement by the runners. And ball one.
5-4-3. 5-4-3. Let's go, two.
All right, count 2-0. And that's high and outside for ball three. 3 balls, no strikes. Runners at first and second. See if Kira can come right at her here with a strike. And unfortunately misses outside for ball 4. Bases loaded, no outs for the Storm. They're getting into action real quick in this game. All three batters so far to come to the plate have reached. And the Gators in a tough situation here. All right, coming to the plate now, Skyla. First pitch. That's in there for a strike. Next pitch comes high for ball one. And that's high again for ball two. 2-1 the count. 2 balls, 1 strike, bases loaded, no outs. Gators hoping for an infield hit they can come home with to keep that run from scoring. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Evens the count now at 2-2. And that's low for ball 3. All right, full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, no outs. And that ball's hit into center field and over the center fielder's head. That's going to score 1, 2, and the throw in prevents any additional damage with a stand-up double and 2 runs batted in. Nice hit there by Skyla for the Florida Storm Curry.
Now batting, number 15, Matt.
And that's low and outside for ball 1. At the plate now, number 15, Madison for the Storm. And there's a high pop fly into center field. Center fielder, oh, it's going to drop in. And that is a stand-up triple and 2 additional runs in as the Storm doubles their lead now to 4-0.
Now batting, number 4, King.
Every batter so far for the Storm has reached base. Last 2 batters with extra base hits. So swing and a miss for strike 1. Gators still looking for their first out. And at the plate right now, batting, Camden, number 4. And that ball comes high. Bring the count even at 1-1. And that's low for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now the count. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Runner at third. Kira Sherman in the circle. Camden at bat. And that grabs the outside for a strike. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes.
4-4-2. 4-4-2.
That's outside for a ball. We now have a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that's low and inside for a ball. And she takes the walk. All right, runners at the corners now for the Storm. Every batter so far to come to the plate has reached base. So far, no outs for the Gators. And that's high for ball 1. And catcher indifference there as the runner from first advances over to second base. And that grabs the outside. Nice frame there. Now 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's hit foul to the right side. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that is off the tip of the bat and foul out of play to the left. And the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Batting right now for the Florida Storm is Kennedy, number 6. Left-handed batter. Watches the ball sail outside to bring the count even for 2-2. All right, 2-2. Runners at second and third. Gators still looking for their first out. Curry looking to extend that lead. Florida Storm Curry. And that is popped into center and left field. Lands. Another run comes across. And there's a stand-up single. Now runners at the corners and the Curry up by a score of 5-0. Florida Storm Curry.
Now batting, number 99, Kylie.
Every single batter so far has reached base. Gators really need to do something here, get themselves off the field and get their opportunity to catch up in this game, while the Storm wants to stay batting. And now batting is number 99, Kylie. And the runner advances over to second. And there's a hit over toward the shortstop. Shortstop throws to first. Well, the Gators finally get their first out, but another run crosses, and the runner from second advances over to third base. And the score is now Florida Storm 6, Gators 0.
Now batting, number 40, Bailey.
All right, 1 ball, no strikes to count. One ball, no strikes, 1 out, runner at third base. Fury delivers high for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Batting right now for Florida Storm, number 30, Aylin. And that's high for ball 2. 2-0. All right, 3 balls, no strikes. And that's inside for ball 4. Well, the Gators finding themselves in a tight spot here. Only 1 out, runners at first and third. Florida Storm already up by a score of 6-0. And now stepping up to the plate is number 17, Emily, the last batter in the batting order. The Storm on the verge of flipping their batting lineup. Runner advances from first to second. Indifference, because they do not want to allow that run to score. Keep that runner over at third base, minimize the damage. 1 ball, no strikes. And that's in there for a strike to even the count at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. And that is hit over the... Well, they prevent the run from scoring, but that gets the batter to reach base over at first. And now bases are loaded once again with just 1 out. And the Storm is now at the top of their lineup. They've gone through every single batter in their lineup, and they're right back to the top, having scored now 6 runs and bases loaded. And it looks like we've got a pitching change. So one of the Gators' regular pitchers, Avalo, is out on injury. So she is not available today. So the Gators do have a guest player. Izzy plays for the Palm Beach Gardens travel team. He actually plays in 12U, so she's playing up to join the Gators in this tournament. And they were very fortunate to get Izzy. Does an awesome job for her team, and the Gators hoping for the same here. And I can imagine how excited she must be for this opportunity to play up. Oh. And the home plate umpire calls that foul. Otherwise, they would have the force at home to prevent that run. But just manages, I guess, to sneak over that foul line. We don't really get angle of it here. So, nice break there for Amaya, who now steps back up to the plate with a count of no balls, 1 strike. Izzy comes set, delivers. There's a bunt. Perfect bunt. Nothing to do there. Just a perfectly placed bunt. and the run scores, and the bases remain loaded with just one out. The Storm putting on a master class here this morning of how you want to play, having flipped the entire lineup with only giving up one out and every other batter reaching base this morning. Gators still looking for their opportunity to come to bat if they can get their next two outs. And there's a good start in that direction with the strike for the Gators. Bringing the count now to no balls, one strike, one out, bases loaded. Score 7-0 Florida Storm. Ooh, that just misses low for a ball. One ball, one strike, the count. There's a nice one in there for another strike. One ball, two strikes. Izzy comes set. Delivers. And there is a base hit that gets past the shortstop. That's going to allow two runs to score. And the Storm about to move into double digits now with a score of 9-0.
Now batting, number 2, Riley.
All right, brings up the Riley, second in the batting order for Storm. And Izzy grabs the outside for a strike. Oh, and that hits her. And loads the bases once again with just one out.
Now batting, number 44, Skyler.
All right, now at bat, Skyla. Skyla swings and fouls back to the screen for strike one. And that just misses for a ball. One ball, one strike, now the count. One ball, one strike, one out, bases loaded, score 9-0 Florida Storm Curry over Gators Jackson. And that just misses for a ball. Two balls, one strike. That's in there for a strike. Strike two. 2-2 now, the count. Two balls, two strikes, one out. That one's fouled back. Count remains 2-2. Skylar steps back in the box. Izzy comes set in the circle. The pitch. And that's low for a ball. That brings the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded. And that's fouled away and out of play to the right side. And the count remains full. Quick gear adjustment by the catcher. Haley Hirsch. Next pitch. And that misses high, which walks in a run. And now that brings the Florida Storm up into double digits, now leading by a score of 10-0. Coming to bat now for the Storm, number 15, Madison.
Number 15, Maddie.
Left-handed batter. Delivers, fouls off to the left side and out of play. Well, defensively for the Gators out there, you've got Reese Kennerson at first base. Looks like the umpire needs additional balls. Come back to defense here in a moment. Kinsley over at second, Addison at short. Kennedy Copeland at third base. Cameron Solano out in left field. Fatima Masri in center. And in right field, Luca Hansberger. The pitch is low for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now the count. Again in the circle. On relief is Izzy. Haley Hirsch catching, number 7. And batting is Madison, number 15. And she hits one deep in the gap between left and center. More runs coming on. There's run 11, and they hold there. Bringing one more across. Now a score of 11-0, and bases remain loaded with just 1 out. All right. Now I'm coming to bat, number 4, Camden. Takes for ball 1. And there's a hit over towards short and gets past the shortstop and out into left field, scoring 2 runs. And now the score 13-0.
Now batting, number 6, Kennedy.
Apparently a little bit of wet out there in the grass this morning. A little bit of dew out there, getting the ball wet, so they're having to switch out balls. Well, here we are now, again, top of the first inning, score 13-0 Florida Storm. Gators only able to obtain 1 out so far, looking to get their opportunity to bat. And here's a little squeeze. A bunt. That was looking to go foul, but picked up. And now bases are loaded here at the top of the first with a score 13-0. Bases loaded, 1 out. Now batting Kylie. And that's low and inside for ball 1. And the Storm is stepping off to provide outs for the Gators after dominantly in control of this game. And that misses for a ball. All right, 3 balls, no strikes. Runners at first and second. And there's a hit to the right side of the infield to second base and throws to first for the 3rd out of the top of the 1st inning. Well, the Florida Storm showing their dominance at the plate with their hitting, taking some hits, walks, and showing a little bit of mercy for the Gators by stepping off to give them that 2nd out, and then they are able to field that 3rd out. And just like that, now the Gators have to work their way back into this ball game. As we go into the bottom of the 1st inning, the score is Florida Storm Curry 13, Florida Gators Jackson 0. Hey, if you're enjoying the coverage here of this game, we invite you to subscribe. And if you're enjoying this game, give it a like. That way others get recommended to watch all the action of that top of the 1st inning and whatever there is still additional in this game coming ahead. We want to thank you very much for tuning into the Florida Softball Network. We're streaming live here from Altamont Springs, Florida. And we'll be here for the next 2 days. We've got rain forecast for this afternoon and tomorrow, hoping that forecast changes. You never know in Florida as things change all the time. Well, we'll be right back to you as we go ahead and update the scoreboard, move into the bottom of the 1st inning with the Gators having their first chance at bat. Again, my name is David. You're watching the Florida Softball Network. Well, we move into the bottom of the 1st inning. First opportunity for the Gators to dig their way out of a 13-0 deficit. And the first batter is Fati, number 3, the center fielder for the Gators. Here's a swing and a miss for strike 1. In the circle for Florida Storm is Madison, number 15. And there is a hit high into the air on the left side. Shortstop calls it and catches it for the 1st out of the bottom of the 1st inning.
Now batting number 6.
Well, 1 up, 1 down. Next coming to the plate is Cameron, number 6, the left fielder. So 2 outfielders leading off the batting here for the Gators. And Cameron watches the ball sail outside for ball 1. And that one gets fouled out of play to the right side. Here's the count to 1-1. That one again fouled off to the right side for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now the count, 1 out. And that's low for a ball. Brings the count even now at 2-2. All right, full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And that's low for ball 4, and the Gators have their first base runner with Cameron jogging on down to first base. sure what's going on here. All right, looks like the coach for the Florida Storm wasn't sure of the count there, but it was verified that that was a walk. Now stepping up to the plate for the Gators, Addison Held. He swings and misses for strike one. Another miss there for strike two. And Cameron advances from first to second on the steal. Gators have their first runner now in scoring position. But with Addison at the plate, down on the count, no balls and 2 strikes. There's a pop fly to the left side, and that drops foul. And the count remains no balls, 2 strikes. And there is a hard hit ball out into deep left field, but the left fielder is under it for the second out.
Now batting number 7, Haley.
Coming to bat now for the Gators, the catcher, Haley Hirsch. And that's in there for strike one. All right, 2 outs, runner at second. Haley Hirsch batting on a no ball, 1 strike count. And that's outside for a ball, evening the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's, grabs the outside for strike 2. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Batter now has to protect. And she goes for strike 3. Well, we move now into the top of the second with the Florida Storm up by a score of 13-0. Izzy in the circle delivers her first pitch of the inning for a strike. Batting for the Florida Storm is Aylin. That's in there for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now the count.
Let's go, Aylin.
And that misses inside for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes now the count. Misses high for a ball. Brings the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And there is a hit to the right side. And that lands fair. And the Florida Storm picks up right where they left off, putting base runners on with great hits. All right, so runner at first now, no balls, no strikes. Up to bat, Emily for the Storm. Izzy pitching, pitches and delivers for a strike. Next pitch, and a swing and a miss. Puts Izzy up now on Emily the batter by a count of no balls, 2 strikes. And that one's hit to the right side of the infield. The second baseman's unable to field it cleanly, but stays with it to get that out. But the runner does advance over to second base. There's an opportunity there for a double play, but unfortunately couldn't field that one cleanly. So Storm catch a lucky break there, and the runner is able to advance over to second base. So the Storm again now with another runner in scoring position. A hit over to the third baseman, throws across the diamond and back across. Well, they get the runner at first, get 2 outs. And the Storm with the runner at third base.
Now batting, number 7, Lala.
All right, now batting for the Florida Storm is Lala, number 7. And that's inside for a ball, ball 1. And there's a hit over to the left side, fielded and thrown for the third out. Well, a definite change there from inning 1 to inning 2 for the Gators as they play a solid defensive game and get all 3 outs to get off of the field. And again, needing to dig their way out here, down by a score of 13-0. As we move into the middle of the second inning, you are watching the Florida Softball Network. Move to the bottom of the second inning. Gators down by a score of 13-0. And coming to bat is Peyton Williamson for the Gators. First pitch is delivered just a little bit high for ball 1. And that's inside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to count. And that one is fouled off to the right side. Brings the count now to 2-1.
Let's go, Pate.
Well, Madison in the circle here for the Florida Storm. So far, it's thrown 19 pitches. And that one is fouled again off to the right side to bring the count now to 2-2. And that's low for a ball, bringing the count full. And that's low for a ball for ball 4. And Peyton reaches. So the Gators now get the first runner of the inning on base. And coming to bat now for the Gators is number 99, Kennedy Copeland. That pitch misses for a ball. Ball 1. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 1. Count now 1-1. Another swing and a miss for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kennedy at bat. Madison delivers. That is popped up and out of play on the right side of the infield and behind the first base dugout. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Kennedy fouls that one back to the screen. And the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. And there's a swinging strike 3. And that's the first out of the inning. Now coming to the plate, number 11, Reese Kennerson, with a runner at first, 1 out, down by a score of 13-0. And that's in there for strike 1. And there's a swing, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. And there's a swinging strike 3. And Reese goes down on 3 pitches for the second out of the half inning.
Number 16, Luca.
Well, so far the Gators unable to advance the leadoff walk. Now batting Luca Hansberger, and that pitch is outside for ball 1. Peyton Williamson over there at first base, looking for an opportunity to get advanced by the runner, by the batter rather, and that's fouled back for a strike. And that misses low and outside for a ball. Brings the count now to 2 balls, 1 strike. All right, 2 outs here. Luca at bat. She swings and misses. Brings the count now to 2-2, I believe. And that's fouled back. All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Madison, the pitcher in the circle, has thrown 33 pitches. It's pitch 34 coming up. And there is a shot to the left side, but foul. And the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. And to switch out that ball, like you said, that grass out there seems pretty wet. So the new ball comes into play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at first. Luca at the plate. And that's outside for ball 3, bringing the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. All right, full count here. Good. All right, now reaches the screen on a ball. So we have a walk. And so we are now runners at first and second with 2 outs. All right, now at bat for the Gators, Kinsley Roman swings at the first pitch for strike 1. And that misses for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And there is a hit, but high into the air into left field. Shortstop able to get underneath it for the 3rd out of the half inning. And that rounds out the 2nd inning. And Florida Storm still clinging to their significant lead of 13-0 with the Gators unable to cause any damage. And we move now into the 3rd inning. You're watching the Florida Softball Network. Listen, if you haven't had an opportunity to subscribe to the channel, we invite you to do so. Catch all the exciting action from the softball fields to help advance the sport. We're coming to you from Altamont Springs, Florida, where it's overcast skies and rain in the forecast for this afternoon and tomorrow. But listen, Florida, you never know. You never know. It's 8:50 in the morning here on a Saturday, March 2nd of 2024. Well, we're moving to the top of the 3rd inning now.
Now batting, number 2, Riley.
Top of the 3rd inning. First batter now for the Storm is Riley. And she gets hit. And now once again, in every single inning, the Storm has been able to get their leadoff batter on base.
Now batting, number 44, Scotty.
And that's fouled now to play to the right side for Skyla. Number 44 for the Storm. And she ducks out of the way of that one. Take that inside pitch for a ball. One ball, one strike to count. Oh, and that misses high for ball two. Two and one. Two balls, one strike. Attempted throw the pick over at first base. Ball's a little bit high, so runner back easily. And that misses high. So the first two batters of the third inning reach base. One hit by pitch, one by a walk. And that brings up to the plate number 15, Madison. And this is high for ball one. That one's hit to the left side of the infield. You get one. And had an opportunity to get the lead runner at third, but for some reason went to second base. Had an opportunity to get, like I said, maybe a double play going from third to second as the runner at third kind of froze, I think unaware that there were runners behind her. But the Gators do manage to get the out. So now there's runners at the corners with one out. Here's a swing and a miss. Now that runner, through indifference, advances from first to second. So now two runners in scoring position for the Storm with just one out. They count no balls, one strike. Storm up by a lead of 13-0. That's fouled and out of play off to the right side. All right, no balls, two strikes to count. And there's a swing for strike three. Well, the first strikeout of the game for the Gators. And you've got now two outs. Two outs, runners at second and third. Now batting Kennedy, number 6. And she hits one past the shortstop into the gap between left and center. That's going to score 2 runs with a stand-up double, nobody covering second base, so easily getting over to second. And that misses for a ball. In the circle for the Gators, Izzy. Batting for the Florida Storm is Kylie. And the steal is successful for the Storm. With just total silence from the field catcher. Had to figure out on her own that the steal was on. And that misses for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third base. Izzy delivers. That's in there for, oh no, not in there for a strike. Looked good from where we were sitting. She'll take that walk though. And now runners at the corners with 2 outs.
We got one more in.
Now batting, number 30, Haley.
Come on, you got it. One more.
You're funny.
1 ball, no strikes. There is a blast into center field. And that scores another run. Runners now at first and second, with the Storm up by a score of 16-0.
Now batting, number 17, Lola.
And the Storm goes ahead and steps off, showing a little bit of mercy towards those Gators. All right, well, here we are. Bottom of the third inning.
Number 1, Kira.
Leading off is going to be number 1, Kira Sherman, who was the starting pitcher of this game. Gators hoping to at least not get shut out here. And the first pitch delivered comes in high for ball 1. Still in the circle, Madison, I guess, pitching this entire game. Just delivered her 44th pitch. There's one that's fouled off to the right side, now to play. Bring the count even to 1-1. The Florida Storm being up by a score of 16-0, you would think that they might switch out pitchers, give a little bit of extra time in the circle to other pitchers who might not get an opportunity during this tournament. But their strategy, I guess, is just to close out this game real quick and look into the next game. Well, here we go. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count, no outs. And that misses outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Kira back into the batter's box. The pitch, and that's off the tip of the back and fouled off to the right side of the screen. Now 2-2. And that's outside for ball 3. Full count now. Fouled back. Count remains 3-2. that misses outside for ball 4. And Kira jogs down to first base, bringing up Fati, the center fielder for the Gators. There is a nice base hit over to the left side of the field. And now we have runners at first and second.
Number 6, Cameron. And I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible.
Now to bat for the Gators, number 6, Cameron Solano, the left fielder. And she hits one high in the air to the right side. That is caught by the right fielder. Oh no, it drops. It drops. And just like that, the Gators have bases loaded with no outs. Gators down deep, but not giving up yet. With bases loaded, no outs. Coming to bat now, Addison Held, number 12, the shortstop. And she fouls it back and out of play for strike 1. And that's in there for a strike. So the count now, no balls, 2 strikes, no outs, bases loaded for the Gators. Addison hits that one out of play. And stays alive. Again, count remaining now, no balls, 2 strikes. And that misses low and outside for the first ball of the at-bat. 1-2. That one is popped straight back once again. One ball, 2 strikes. And that is low. And the Gators are going to score their first run of the game on a passed ball. Well, the Gators do avoid the shutout. In the first run of what they're hoping will be many to get back into this game, but with the Storm up significantly by a score of 16-1. And Addison swings and misses for strike 3. Now coming to bat, number 7, Haley. Your catcher. And that's outside for ball 1. And that misses outside once again for ball 2. All right, 2 balls, no strikes on Haley. And now well ahead, 3 balls, no strikes. And on 4 pitches, she reaches first base with a walk.
Now up to bat, number 22, Peyton.
And the bases are loaded once again. Well, it looks like we have a pinch runner for the catcher. And coming to bat now, Peyton Williamson. Peyton, one of 3 catchers that the Gators have on their team. Playing in the field for this game. And she hits one, right to the second baseman. And the ball gets away, allowing for 1 run to score. Well, the Storm get their second out. Gives up just 1 run there.
Batting now, number 99, Kennedy.
And coming to the plate now is going to be
Batting now, number 99,
number 9,
Kennedy.
Kennedy Copeland. Kennedy, the third baseman. And that misses outside for a ball. Gators down to their last out here, down by a score of 16-2. Falling deep in the hole in the first inning. That misses low for a ball. All right, 2 balls, no strikes. And that one is hit towards the shortstop, who's going to throw across the diamond and get the third and final out of the game. Well, that does it for this game, as the Florida Storm Curry squad easily takes care of the Florida Gators and beats them by a score of 16-2. We want to thank you so much for tuning in to watch this game, and we invite you to subscribe to the Florida Softball Network. And if you enjoyed this game, please give it a like so it recommends it to some other viewers so they can watch all the action, because this most definitely was an action-packed game for the Storm, as they had hit after hit, multiple multi-base hits, and just a dominant performance over the Gators. Well, that does it for the first game here of seeding play from Altamont Springs. Thank you again. My name's Dave from the Florida Softball Network. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you back here, our next game scheduled for 11:10 from this same field